Welcome, folks, one and all, to Let's Play the Flintstones King Rock Treasure Island, released in 1993 for the Nintendo Game Boy. Developed and published by Taito, this game follows the characters of the Hanna-Barbera show The Flintstones, the modern Stone Age family, a show that grossly misrepresented what the Stone Age was like. It was full of silly hijinks, outlandish plots, and lots of looping backgrounds as Fred Flintstone got fired from his job and rehired far more than is normal. As for the plot of this game, let's press start and see just how silly and flimsy it is. The Flintstones' wedding anniversary is just around the corner, and who wants to bet Fred doesn't have a present lined up yet? What's this? Also, wearing a hard hat at work. Safety, everyone! Fred discovers a slate with a treasure map on it in the quarry. It's technically the property of the quarry owner, and not you. Gee, Wilma will be really happy if I present this treasure to her. And he steals it. I've got to go treasure hunting right away! And then he skips the rest of his shift and promptly gets fired. Again. Well, I'm off! Take care, Fred, dear. No objection to this silly plan? Good luck, Fred. No two-player mode either, so it's just Fred. Be careful, Fred. And with that, Fred starts off on his great adventure. Talk about a flimsy premise, but it's an excuse to get us out and about in Stage 1 Bedrock. Now, our controls are pretty simple. We move left, we move right, we can duck by literally ducking our head into our shirt, and we can jump quite high. We can also throw axes. A limitless supply of axes. Don't ask where Fred gets the axes from. Enemies can be defeated in 2 hits. The first hit doesn't defeat them, it just turns them into platforms. The second hit defeats them. And there are some things that will spew out enemies infinitely, because the game, there's one of them, the game wants you to use enemies as platforms quite often. Here's a can that contains a Great Gazoo pickup. We'll pick that up. I quite like the Great Gazoo in this show. I didn't catch enough episodes of the Flintstones in my youth, but I did catch quite a lot of them. When I say enough, I'm saying that I actually really liked it, and I wish I could have caught more. Now we're going to use the bubbles here. Bubbles, predictably, do break quite quickly to get up to here. And we can use these to get onto the tops of these buildings, and we want to do that because that is something that we want. So we've got to be careful though, because the cans actually will block our jumping. Also, here is a stone tire. I never could suspend my disbelief about their vehicles though. They would have been better off just walking. Here's a Dino power-up. I like how back in these times when they made games, power-ups when you were riding something would actually make the character smaller. Now you fire shots directly to the right or left. There's no arcing now, and they go through enemies when you have this power-up. Need to be careful though, because one hit will rob you of this power-up. And we get another Gazoo power-up. We also need to deal with this bird. Away with you, bird! And land this jump carefully, because there are spikes beneath us. We have 4 hits. We need to be very careful. Also, the rocks always fall a bit ahead of you, so you don't need to worry about getting hit by them if you stay still. Also, we want all of this. We do need to be careful, though, because we don't know what's beneath us. The answer is, there's an enemy beneath us, and so we lose our Dino power-up. Darn it. Let's keep moving forward, while the main theme for the show plays. I don't really think I've seen very much of the Flintstones recently. I think they had a wrestling tie-in, like, straight-to-DVD movie a while ago, and that's it. Also, maximum amount of health you can get is 4. And we just got an extra life. We need to watch out for you, though, because you're going to try and hit us, and I don't want you to hit us. Now, we probably want to go... Oh, careful. Probably want to go this way. And get hit immediately. Well, so much for that power-up. We need you, though. And I jumped when I should have attacked. That happens more often than you think. Now this is a part where the game goes, hey, you really need to learn to use enemies as platforms, otherwise you won't get to the boss of this level, which is a fire-breathing dinosaur thing. You can dodge the fire by ducking your head. You can't hit, however, without jumping, so you need to risk and reward here, but you only need to hit a few times. After all, this is the first boss. Also, if you notice that every single time you hit something, there is a comedic sound splash, we can now use this as a platform and move on to the next level. Stage 1 clear! It's Desert Rock, everyone! I don't know if Desert Rock was actually a place in the show, but we're going to move forward and deal with ancient armadillos. And you! Need to watch out for you, but I want to use you to get these power-ups. Or rather, these pickups. They're not power-ups, but pickups do help in terms of points, and points mean extra lives in this game. It's very basic in that regard, but I'm not going to say no to... Ooh, I have to jump up this. Also have to deal with you, and not fall into the quicksand, because that means... may have accidentally messed that up. Fortunately, enemies reappear if you leave the screen and come back. And that's good, because we need these enemies. Also, we need more of them. Let's be very careful. Also, there's a bone. A very big bone. And that's a bottomless pit. Bottomless pits mean doom. There's no saving yourself if you fall in a bottomless pit. Let's use you to get some of this. You're a little too far away, sadly. Also, enemies do not stay frozen forever. Eventually, they do get out of their frozen state. Also, we are doing really poorly in grabbing that. Maybe... There we go. Have at thee! We have axes. Nobody knows why we have axes. Does Fred Flintstone have an axe license? Possibly. Also, I want to get up there, but will I be able to? From here, maybe? No, I'm gonna need an enemy, aren't I? Go down here and have you reappear. I need you to be a little bit more to the left. I want those things, because I remember what level is coming after this, and that level is kind of tricky. There we go, that should do it. Okay, that did it a little bit. We got some of them. I'll have to settle for having some of them. Some more Gazoo power-ups. If memory serves, that is indestructible. And there are 2 of them. It's alright, I can platform. Disclaimer, cannot actually platform very well. There are lots of them. I'm gonna call you Spinny Dinosaur. That's probably not your name. There's a quicksand thing there that will inevitably mean my doom. Ooh. Yes, they're going to stab me with Spiky Doom. Don't want them to stab me with Spiky Doom. Now this has limitless of these, so going to have to be careful. And I was. Bottomless pit? No, area with an enemy. And lots of power-ups here. Okay, when I say lots, I mean 2. I want that middle one. Oh, I didn't want to get hit though. Middle one is just a tire. Was there health here? I already grabbed it, didn't I? Yep, well, let's just keep moving forward before I make things worse. Also, this is gonna drop. And yes, it was that slow on the actual Game Boy. It was really slow. Can I hit you from here? Yes, I can, and it's very good that I do. I don't want to actually get those Gazoo icons. I'd much rather not perish. Oh, and there I go. Falling into oblivion. Also, are there checkpoints in this game? Yes, there are, and I'm very glad for that. Well, that's 1 life gone, and we really can't afford to lose these lives. Also, do we get to keep all of our things? We do, and that's nice. We do get to keep all the things that we picked up, mainly the Gazoo icons. It's the Gazoo icons, I think, that give you your lives. To quickly get past this, there we go, and not perish. The not perish part is the tricky bit. And this is when I do perish horribly and don't actually get anywhere. Well, let's wait for this. Just jump over. They move quite quickly, they do. Back to here. And they all fall, not just a few of them. They all fall. So you need to watch out. There we go. Now the third one. There we go. Third one dealt with. Now we need to jump over to here and up. I bet we were very close to the end as well. Bet we were. Yep, we were right at the end. Ooh, there's stuff up here. Well, not going to be getting that, am I? So, let's move on to the tricky part. The very tricky part. The car stage. This is a memorization level where you just need to try your best to get points and not get caught by rocks. You jump to avoid rocks. There are also bottomless pits. There's a good chance to get extra lives. A very good chance. I was terrible at this stage when I was younger. You have to press right to speed up. There's only so far you can go. And there are fireballs for some reason. Also, there's falling into oblivion. That's unfortunate. There's one life gone. Let's try this again. Fortunately, there are checkpoints of a sort in this level. And you can get quite a lot of lives, so don't worry about losing lives too much. Just don't lose all of them. Need all these kazoos. We need as many kazoos as we can get. Fortunately, there are only so many obstacles that the game throws at you in these levels. Doesn't make it any easier, but at least you can sort of predict what's going to happen. Also, if you go off the edge of the screen at the back, you do lose a life. So, be careful about that. And there we go! The first one of those dealt with. And I gained less lives than I wanted to, but I gained lives. Yabba dabba doo! TM. There's the harbour up ahead! Just at that moment, there is a huge explosion! Kaboom! Uh-oh. There goes the tablet! Igor Stone. I'm going to get that treasure map with my strangely advanced contraption. Igor Stone, a sinister mad scientist, snatches the slate with the map on it from Fred, or rather from that bush. In order for Fred to retrieve the map, he must board Igor Stone's ship. I think it's Igor Stone, but still, I don't remember this person in the show at all, and the game suddenly gets very sinister. This is quite a change of tone. Also, invincible enemy. And robots! Because of course there are robots. Now I think I can use the fish to get up to there. I might be able to use... Ah yes, I can walk up this, but you are an enemy I need to avoid. Also, really want to get these, so let's go this way. Hello you! Help me, I'm stuck on this line! I'm afraid I can't. Ooh, I really want that Dino power-up. I really want that Dino power-up. That's going to involve me dealing with these robots and, this fish. There we go. That's what I want. There are two of them there. I want to go this way. The more enemies I avoid, the better off I'll be. Also, I can get up to here. Also, there's that. That's, yep, a Zappy Doom thing. Right, avoid the Zappy Doom thing. Also, grab this. I think it might be 20 of them for a life. We want to keep this Dino power up for as long as possible. It's an extra hit as well as the ability to strike through enemies. Now, I think we go into this. Yes, we do. We press up to go in. I don't know why Igor Stone has access to robots, but also extra power up there. That one's a lot easier to get. Also, the game presumes we were hit at this point. I've not been hit yet. Keyword is yet. Ooh. There's a lot of not goodies here. There are some goodies. I like that the game uses these for destructible terrain. That's a nice touch. Need to deal with you. And we'll do all this as well to get the rest of these. There might be something hidden. Yep, there is a tire. Now over here. Ah, yes, an infinite fish spawner. Need to be careful here. Jump. Fortunately, we have Dino, so that is a little easier to deal with. And the game does have quite a bit of slowdown. Hello, fish. Fortunately, the game gives you a clue as to the fish being there. Let's do that. Do that. Oh. That is unfortunate. I think actually here having Dino is a bad thing because we hit that a little bit too high. Well, we're not going to be able to reliably jump up here now. We don't have that extra hit. It's unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. And the robot just went, nope, I'm not doing anything here. Yep, having these... Oh! Having these arch down, better, but me deciding to do that, worse. Should have just thrown once, but that was force of habit there. Force of habit. Darn it. We don't have the health to lose here. Actually, we do, but I don't want to lose it. Right. Throw once. Throw once. Jump up here, grab all of this, avoid you. Oh. Yeah, they start putting enemies in very sneaky locations. Also, here's an enemy that pushes you back. Need to avoid the actual stream of thing there. Probably water. Just need to hit it in the head. And now we can go past. Which brings us to here. We are still not done. And we have very little health. I hope that doesn't turn round. Well, we can destroy it. That's good. Forgot that we could... Oh! Game's throwing enemies at me like that really... Oh! Really doesn't make me confident that we can deal with it. And those rocks fall. Rocks fall! Fred Flintstone suffers a temporary setback. But it's only a temporary setback. But we are running out of lives quite quickly. Also, I do like that the game puts a cannon there to be like, hey, this is how the cannons work. Let's deal with this quickly. And by quickly, I mean we get hit. But we dealt with it. 2 fish. Zappy thing. Can't defeat the zappy thing. I think the zappy thing alternates... yeah, the zappy thing alternates firing left and right, which is nice. Another robot there from a blind jump. The game is starting to employ those sneaky things. Ooh, I probably wanted to not defeat that one there. Got life back, though. I'll take that. Now, ooh, another robot, but at this point, you should know the robot's coming. Also, this is a really big boat. It has houses on it. That's how big the boat is. Now, what's this? Great Kazoo power-up? Sure. Got to be careful of you. Another Kazoo. And we're jumping up, which isn't great, but then again, we do have upward arcing axes, so not the worst. Alright, Fred. Tires. Ooh, much needed health there. Very glad to see that. If I'm careful, I can... Ah, we're actually going to need this, aren't we? Yep, we're going to need that to get up to here. And this is the end of the stage. Hooray! If only I'd have kept all those lives. Oh, what can you do? Nag! Apparently we defeated him. I was wrong! It's all my fault! Please don't destroy my ship. A little too late there. But it's already too late. The ship begins to sink. Darn it. And now we're at the bottom of the sea, because cartoon logic. We're fine. We shouldn't be. We should be dead. The pressure of the bottom of the sea should have crushed us, and we should have suffocated long before then, but Fred Flintstone is fine. His axes even still work. Also, jumping is a little bit higher here. And the music is different too. We're actually quite far into the game already. This game isn't that long. But it does get tricky. And so, when we come back, folks, going through the sea. To get, hopefully, to Treasure Rock Island. Because we got the tablet back. I think. Either way, I think we know where it is. Which makes me wonder why we stopped Igor Stone. Probably because Igor Stone could have got there faster. What with having his own boat. It's best not to think about these minor plot things and just focus on the fact that we're at the bottom of the sea. Okay, don't focus on that either. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.